Welcome back to another episode of Sounds Good Enough. Today I have a very special guest, Miss Tabile. Miss Tabile, what's up? How are you doing?
I'm good, thanks, and you?
Good. So I'm sure to the 200 people who are subscribers to my channel would like to know who is this fine lady sitting here.
Well, my name is Tabile Kiatliwe, and I'm originally from the Strand, but I'm currently in the north, south, but in Johannesburg, Auckland Park. I am doing film, television, production, entertainment, and I'm a new YouTuber. Yeah.
So, do you think you being a film student, and actually, no, let's first and foremost, what got you into like film and?
Well, the first reason was I was always intrigued about what's happening behind the scenes, and then I got to understand more about South African film, which is I'd want to improve that as well, and as well as getting into animation movies. Yeah.
So is it something that you've wanted to do ever since you were like in primary, high school?
Well, I remember me wanting to be a doctor.
Yeah.
But I got to I think grade 6 and 7. Everybody just knew what they wanted to do, but I was just confused because I was like, no, I'm not gonna be a doctor.
Yeah.
And then as I'm watching cartoons, I just developed this interest on how do they move cartoons, how do they do these characters, and even watching movies, and started to get interest. And then this one time my mom just looked for this other school, which is, I can't say, can I say it? My school?
Yeah, no, I'm actually gonna ask you about that.
She didn't look, her colleague actually just gave her an idea because my mom was talking to her about me being interested in film. And then the other colleague just gave her information about AFDA, and then that's doing yeah.
So AFDA, I feel like a lot of people have been seeing it on social media, but people don't really understand it. What is it exactly? Is it a film agency? What is it exactly?
No, it's a film school.
Film school.
It's a film school. It's just that it provides way more opportunities than going to study film school in University of Johannesburg. Yeah, you actually get to interact with real people that are in the industry, and opportunities. If they see that you're very consistent at school, they get to see you, be like, you know what, next time I want to call you.
So I don't know how to put this. So you guys do mainly, do you guys actually write about these things? Do you write tests, or do you just do are you in production? So I'm guessing cameras and
No, we do practicals, but we first done our recent writing for lighting. That's only because we had to calculate the amount of faults in lighting.
Sounds like science.
It was, and that was the only time. Even my lecturer was like, no, we'll never really do written exam. It's just always practical. This was just for you to know when it comes to the lighting part, and how many volts you need for a certain scene on the set and stuff like that. Yeah.
So now, being a new YouTuber, do you feel like being in film school and kind of influenced you? How did you move from going to school? I want to get into production and doing YouTube. What's the reason behind that?
I've always wanted to do YouTube, but I'm not a front camera person. Even people say front camera suits me, but I'm kind of scared. You know how people in the media, they get all these dramas. I don't want that. So hence why I decided to do production, to be behind the scenes. And by the way, I do have interest in being behind the scenes. So being a YouTuber, the narrative of it is just me wanting to have a movement, at least, not just to create content, influencer vibes, no. I actually want to create a movement out of it and push my Christianity and how to go away about salvation. Most importantly, but yeah.
But you say now that you don't want to be in front of the camera, but on YouTube you are in front of the camera, and like you are gonna sometimes say certain things that may trigger certain people or anger certain people, and the drama is gonna come
At some point,
at some point, right? So how are you gonna deal with all of that though?
Again, I need to be careful, actually. I need to be careful.
But you can never know what's careful and what's not. That's
Simple enough, yeah. I mean, as I just said, locally, like, I just want to push, like, a good narrative on YouTube. I'm not trying to, like, look for clout, you know? Yeah, man. Yeah.
Wait, you are a 2000, right? Your generation, you guys live for clout, right? You guys live for clout. You have all these modern ideas and all of that. So for you, for me, like hearing you say that, it's like, it sounds very different from your peers, right?
Yeah.
Saying you don't want the cloud, whereas everyone else now, like, they want the cloud. We want the cloud, So how is it for you, like in terms of like being in 2000 and the modern ideas? Do you live according to the modern ideas, or do you live according to like maybe some ideas that you learned from maybe your grandparents or parents or whatever? Is it something that, because I don't know, I'm a 90s kid, right? People always make this thing of 90s and 2000, but we're like, if someone is born in 2000 and I'm born in 1996, we're not really that different, right? But we kind of are at the same time. I don't know, but for you, how is it like living as a 2000?
It's kind of pressure, at some point, especially if you have people that are all about the modern, all about the clouds.
Yeah.
It is like pressure, but I feel like I had a good background in terms of, like people like my mom, my grandparents, like having to teach me how to navigate life and all of that. Going through bullying at school and having to be isolated a lot made me realize that I'm okay with who I am and what I want to be in life. So most 2000 years, it's modern ideas I can take there and there. Certain things, really, it's modern things, it's late times, but not everything is like modern ideas. I don't agree with a lot of things that 2000s do. Like, I feel like they're unnecessary, and most of them actually, they're doing it for now. They're not thinking about in the next 10 years what's gonna happen to me or the reputation that I'm doing for myself.
Yeah.
So for me, honestly, I'm at a point in my life where I know who I am, I know what I want, and I'm just going for what I want. My peers are saying, no, babes, let's just go do this and go party and do. For me, partying just slows me down, and as a child of God, I have the wisdom eye. So me going to clubs and doing all of this nonsense, not to offend anybody, but doing all of these partying and all that, there's this instinct that's just telling me, like, no, where you are now, it's not who you are, it's not what you are. And I've gone through just going to parties and clubs with certain girls, and I realized that's not me. I don't have that in me. But I'm all about chasing the bag, getting a family, and
So you said something about like you being bullied, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there was I'm sorry to throw you under the bus, but there was a situation now with like one of the Miss SA contestant, right? Who was like part of the top 12, and people started complaining that, hey, this girl used to be a bully back then, right?
The one top 12.
Yeah, one of the
okay.
She used to be a bully, and people were, to eventually she had to drop out. I think I don't know the full story, but she's no longer part of the Miss ASA. And you said something about, changing and whatnot, right? do you think people your age now let people change this, or is it right? And like you also said that the people who do things now don't think about how is it gonna affect us in the future. Do you think when somebody does things now and then later on they change, or let's say they change their lifestyles, and should their past come back to haunt them? That's what I'm trying to say. And can a person change?
I mean, it can grow.
Yeah.
Can grow. If she was a bully in high school, maybe she got a taste of her own realness, like them. I don't want that. I don't want to be that person anymore. It's not a nice thing. And some people become bullies because of other people bullying them. Then they start being bullies. But
Yeah. The abuse become the abuser.
yes. So I feel like if she wanted to do something for the world and now she's changed and she's grown and understood that it's not a good thing, maybe actually her going to Miss South Africa was going to do something that's great, you know, trying to show that she has grown and she understands bullying, you know. So I feel like we should give other people a chance at least to speak, you know, and Sizoguti, what's happening here, you know, have they grown from what they were and stuff like that. If they still like the same person, the same language, then that dude can be like, oh no, I don't think, you know. But maybe she wanted to do it different. Maybe she wanted to do a foundation for kids that are being bullied, you know. So I think that's a bit unfortunate for her.
So what you're saying is, are you saying that people should be punished and taste their own medicine, or they should be given a chance to prove that at least they've changed?
Yeah.
You know what you're saying? Because like, I don't know, I'm not for canceling the whole cancel people. I'm not down for all of that, right?
No.
But at the same time, it's like what you're saying, like you can give them a platform to prove that they have changed, but maybe they really didn't change. They're just playing the act that they have changed, right? So that they can convince you, but they haven't really changed, right? Or they're not, they don't feel any remorse.
But
to what
how
they
many
did.
times does God give us a chance to actually, you know, do like every day us waking up, we're given the chance to prove ourselves. And who are we to like, oh Lord, like for something that's done like 10 years ago?
Yeah.
You know? So yes, I'm probably like one of the few people that think the same. But I mean, we're not perfect. We all do mistakes.
That's true. Yeah. And most of the time you find that the people who are cheering, saying that, hey, this person must get cancelled, if now we had to go and look into their lives, we find like you probably did the exact same thing.
Exactly.
But because now you can hide behind.
Or they have even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you feel like people can only think the way you think because of, I understand, like you are journeying in your relationship with God and, you know, trying to understand what's right in his eyes as compared to like what people have said, because there are certain things that as human we've said like, oh, this is right, this is wrong, but it's not everything that we feel like is right is right in the Bible or in God's eyes, right? So do you think that because of your relationship with God, you are able to think the way you think? Or
I've always been this person.
you've always been this
I've always been very considerate, I could put it. And then just me like studying this path with God and being more consistent just made it even worse.
How's the journey looking like though? I just wanna, like, if you can walk us through.
It's taking my time as possible. I don't want to rush it. I don't want to pressure myself.
Yeah.
I do not want to pressure myself because I will end up doing things that my heart does not even want to do. So I'm still trying to, come with it properly, learning to understand even what God is saying, learning to listen to Him clearly. So I'm not trying to just rush into the process and be like, just want to, I'm not trying to do this for people. You know how people do things for other people to see them and feel like, I'm trying to make it as genuine as possible so that when I get to where I should be, then, I'm the greatest. Now I'm able to do things easier. Because it's not nice. It's not an easy journey with being in one with God, because there's certain things you need to stop doing, you know, even the minor things you think they're minor, but you need to start like lacking in that part, because that might be a distraction to your path, you know.
Yeah.
So I want to do that accordingly, and no pressure, like then one thing I'm learning, you know, step by step, I'm gonna get there.
Okay. Anyways, thanks for coming. We're gonna end the episode here, but before we end it, I just wanna get it from you. What do we expect to see from you in the future? You know, you being a film and production student and a new YouTuber, and yeah, just what do we expect to see from you? What do you have? And where can we find you? All of that.
In the next 5 years, start reading your credits after watching the movie. You know, start reading the credits.
It's Hollywood.
Please, international baby.
Yeah.
You know, just watch the space, man. I'm just doing what God has called me to do, and yeah, when it comes to YouTube, I'm just doing what God has called me to do. I feel like I need to go, you know, speak His word and how good He has been to me, because He has.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people want to get there with God, but they're just not getting the right maybe mentor or something. I don't know. Like, I don't know. They need someone that's just going to be able to be patient with them and let them understand the whole process of salvation. And yeah, just watch the space. Yeah, and find me on Instagram, Ms. Tabile _ and TikTok is, I think, yeah, Tutuwe. Yeah. And then on YouTube is Ms. Tabile. Yeah.
All right, I'll leave all the information on the description. Yeah, but yeah, as thanks for watching. This is the second episode. I'm gonna try to get more people to come on this show. And yeah, for everyone who said it's gonna come, don't be afraid. The whole point of this podcast is, I call this Sounds Good Enough, because I don't want people who are already there. I want people who are in the journey, right, to can actually show that it's possible, right? I want people to look back at these episodes 5-10 years from now, like, wow, the things that I said I want to happen are actually happening, you know. So that's the whole point of these. But anyways, guys, tribe leader Don Riz out.